Hello, everybody. My name is Dr. Thomas Joseph, and I am the author of the self published book Notes to Self that's available to you exclusively on Amazon. You can get your copy if you haven't done so. And let me thank you in advance for the support. For those of you who have purchased your copy, thank you very much for the support. This is a very good book, and over the past few weeks into months, really, that we've been going through a lot as a country, as the world in general, through the coronavirus pandemic, and probably everybody addresses this. And but through this time, one of the things that I have found very helpful to me is, as the author of the book, I've been reading from my book, because this was written as a means of motivation, inspiration, and encouragement, that you would find information in here that becomes very practical to you, that can create and stimulate you and get you back out of that, I'm feeling down, I'm feeling low, to that place of energy and enthusiasm and passion, and keeping light and life to your desires and your goals, dreams, and aspirations. Within that context, though, three things over the past few weeks have been on my mind very strongly. And those three things are: number one, time management, which is the concept of managing your time to ensure you have effective and ongoing success and being productive. The next thing is change management, managing change, the ability to adjust to the differences in circumstances, and to get the best out of each and every circumstance or situation. And then the last thing that has really been on my mind is stress management. How do you manage or control your stress level? And we all understand that this is a very stressful moment for every one of us in every capacity. For some of us, it's different, but for most of us, it's the same. We're having to deal with family issues, having to deal with financial issues, having to deal with fear, uncertainties, don't know what tomorrow going to be, health, having to deal with so many of those things. It creates that impact that causes us to, we can probably say, worry because of uncertainty, but it intensifies that level of stress. And so on that note, I've been reading from my book, as I mentioned, and I came across page 85, because I don't just read this book page to page, but I kind of just go through and see which of those notes that really appeal to me. And in thinking about stress management, and from my book, page 85, here are the two thoughts or two notes that have came alive to me. The first one says, when dealing with stress, which we're all doing now, always remember that the greater the stress becomes, it is more likely to have severe negative consequences on you. And the second note says, accept the role that you are the person responsible for managing your own stress levels. All right, I'm going to read this one more time. When dealing with stress, always remember that the greater the stress becomes, the higher the level, it is more likely to have negative consequences on you. The higher the level of stress becomes, there is more negative consequences. There are more negative consequences on you. Can we put that in reverse order? The more you manage the stress level to keep it at a minimum, the lesser the negative consequence will be. It doesn't mean there won't be a negative consequence, but it will be less. The positive will outdo the negative. The second note says, accept the role that you are the person most responsible for managing your own stress level. So if you manage your stress level to the minimum, then there are lesser negative consequences. At the end of the day, guess what happened? You're in control. So we have to learn to manage our stress level. We're responsible to do that. And why is that necessary? Because we understand if I effectively manage my level of stress, then there is more likely that there will be negative consequences on my life, right? And then we can talk about those negative consequences or think about those negative consequences um, from another dimension of things. But think of it in the way the world situation, current situation, has allowed us to be stressful. It's a fact, right? The level of stress that we accommodate in ourselves, in our family, in our personal lives, we're in control of that. The government is not, the news is not, the media is not, none of our social media outlets aren't. We're responsible to manage and control that level. If your level is high, you are welcoming negative consequences into you, a vast number of negative consequences. If you manage the stress level to a low, then you are also managing and controlling those negative consequences, and the positive outcome will outweigh the negative outcome. Thank you so much. I leave you with this words today. This is my book again, Notes to Self. You can actually get your copy from Amazon.com, exclusively sold there. You order and you'll get they'll send you a copy. So I thank you for supporting me. I'm in this gesture, but hey, manage your stress so that you can limit the negative consequences that this opportunity to be stressful can bring on you. All the best and have yourself a pleasant day. Thank you.